Humans are control freaks. We have conquered almost everything. We flattened mountains to build cities. We dammed mighty rivers to create electricity. We split the atom, mapped the genome, and we can literally keep a room at exactly 21 degrees Celsius while it's freezing outside. But the moment we step outside, we are pathetic. A little bit of condensed water vapor, what we call fog, can shut down global transportation networks, costing billions of dollars. A heat wave can melt our infrastructure. A hurricane can wipe a city off the map, and all we can do is watch the Weather Channel and pray. It is 2026! We can land rockets backwards! We have robots that can do backflips. So why are we still canceling flights because of a cloud? Why haven't we built a machine to turn off the rain or blow away the fog yet? The answer involves secret wars, stolen clouds, and a math problem so hard it essentially proves we are not gods. Here's the twist. We can control the weather. We've been doing it for decades. You just haven't noticed because it's usually classified or boring. Take the 2008 Beijing Olympics. The Chinese government wanted a perfect opening ceremony. No rain allowed. So, they launched over 1,000 rockets into the sky filled with silver iodide. They forced the rain clouds to burst before they reached the stadium. It worked. The ceremony was dry. In Dubai, where water is more precious than oil, they use drones to fly into clouds and zap them with electricity to jumpstart rain. It's called cloud seeding. It's real. It's happening right now in over 50 countries. So if we have the technology to make it rain, why is California still having droughts? Why is Delhi still covered in smog? Why don't we just set a global thermostat? Problem number 1. Cloud seeding sucks. It's not a magic wand, it's a slight nudge. Cloud seeding works by giving water vapor something to cling to, usually silver iodide crystals. It's like adding a speck of dust to a super-cooled bottle of water to make it freeze instantly. But you need a cloud to be there in the first place. You can't squeeze water out of a clear blue sky. The best-case scenario is that we can increase rainfall by maybe 10 to 15%. That fills a few reservoirs, but it doesn't stop a drought. It's like trying to put out a forest fire with a water pistol. Sure, you're helping, but the fire doesn't care. But what about the big stuff? Hurricanes, typhoons. Every year, someone on the internet, or occasionally a president, asks, why don't we just nuke the hurricane? It sounds cool. Vaporize the storm before it hits land. But this question reveals how bad humans are at understanding scale. A fully developed hurricane releases the same amount of heat energy as a 10-megaton nuclear bomb exploding every 20 minutes. To actually stop a hurricane with physics, you wouldn't need one bomb. You would need to detonate the entire world's nuclear arsenal every hour. And guess what? You wouldn't even stop the storm. You would just create a radioactive hurricane. Now, instead of just wind and rain destroying your house, you have glowing green radioactive wind giving you cancer while it destroys your house. Great plan, guys. The atmosphere is a machine running on the power of the sun. Trying to fight it with our puny human weapons is like trying to stop a freight train by throwing marshmallows at it. But let's say we could control it. Let's say we invent a laser that evaporates fog, or a machine that summons rain on command. That brings us to the second reason we don't have weather control. Yet. It creates immediate war. Weather is a zero-sum game. The water in the atmosphere is finite. If you make it rain on your farm, that water has to come from somewhere. You aren't creating rain. You are stealing it from the guy downwind. This isn't hypothetical. In 2018, an Iranian general formally accused Israel of stealing their clouds and causing a drought in Iran. In the USA, states like Idaho and Washington have fought legal battles over who owns the moisture in the sky. Think about it. If you invent a machine to push a hurricane away from New York, where does it go? Boston? If you save New York but drown Boston, did you just commit an act of war? Who gets to decide which city survives? We actually tried weaponizing weather once. During the Vietnam War, the U.S. military launched Operation Popeye. The goal was to extend the monsoon season to flood the Ho Chi Minh Trail and stop enemy trucks. Their slogan was literally, "Make mud, not war." It worked, a little, but the world was so horrified by the idea of weather warfare that the UN banned it in 1977. The NMOD Convention prohibits using the environment as a weapon. So, even if we had a fog-begone machine, using it near a border could technically be a war crime. So, we can't stop a hurricane, and we can't steal rain without starting a war. But what if we ignore the weather and go straight for the source? What if we try to hack the sun? This is called geoengineering, and it is the most terrifying science experiment humans are actually considering. The idea comes from volcanoes. When Mount Pinatubo erupted in 1991, it spewed tons of sulfur into the stratosphere. That sulfur acted like a giant mirror, reflecting sunlight back into space. The entire planet cooled down by half a degree for over a year. So, scientists thought, why wait for a volcano? Let's just build a fleet of planes to spray sulfur into the sky. Forever. It sounds like a fix for global warming, but there is a catch. It's called termination shock. Spraying the sky is like putting the Earth on life support. If we start doing it, we can never stop. If we run out of money, or if a war stops the planes from flying for just a few weeks, the shield disappears. All the heat we were hiding would hit the planet at once. We wouldn't just warm up, we would cook. It's like holding a beach ball underwater. You can do it, but if you let go, it's going to smack you in the face. But the final and most terrifying reason we can't control the weather is chaos. In the 1960s, a mathematician named Edward Lorenz discovered something disturbing. He found that tiny changes in the atmosphere, like a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil, could theoretically set off a chain of events that causes a tornado in Texas weeks later. This is the butterfly effect. The atmosphere is a chaotic system. It is not linear. If we use a giant laser to clear the fog in Delhi to help planes land, we might accidentally change the temperature gradient just enough to cause a hailstorm in Mumbai or a drought in Pakistan. We don't know the consequences. We are like children playing in the cockpit of a 747. We know how to honk the horn, but if we touch the throttle, we might crash the whole plane. So why don't we have weather control? Yet. Because we lack the energy to fight the sun, the wisdom to manage the chaos, and the maturity to share the clouds without killing each other. As our computing power increases, our climate models get better. We're developing more sophisticated ways to understand atmospheric dynamics. Machine learning is helping us identify patterns we couldn't see before. And some researchers are exploring more targeted interventions, like using drones for precision cloud seeding or experimenting with reflective particles in the upper atmosphere to combat climate change. But we need to be realistic about timelines. Meaningful weather control, if it's even achievable, is probably not something any of us will see in our lifetimes. The atmosphere is just too big, too energetic, and too chaotic for our current tools to handle. For now, we are stuck with the old-fashioned way, checking the app, carrying an umbrella, and complaining about the fog. But hey, at least we aren't trying to nuke hurricanes. Yet. If you want to know why we can't just fix the traffic jams that you're stuck in while it rains, click this video right here. It's rigged, but not how you think. Thanks for watching.
Hey! That's our cloud! Send it back!
Sorry, neighbor. Looks like it likes my field better.
You're stealing our rain!
Borrowing. Big difference.
Ugh!